And make sure to leave a like and comment what you think, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Okay, we're done, right?
Yeah, we're finally done.
So I will never need to make any more videos remotely related to Skylanders at all.
Yeah, basically.
Wow, this is great.
Okay, well...
I could finally start making videos about my passion for film.
Real?
I could write a short film.
Real?
I could even make a movie if I wanted to.
Real!
What is it?
That's great and all, but I'm going to go watch some Skylanders Academy Season 2.
What?
You know, the show for Skylanders, it's good. Alright, later.
Skylanders Academy is about as dumb as you'd expect. Just everything. From the comedy, the action, the writing, and the story. I really don't know where to start with this. I don't know. It's like the show is just a bunch of random events that form an episode, and just so many things are wrong with the show. And I don't know where to start. It's so bad. And let me just say that I don't think Skylanders Academy is the worst show ever. It's definitely got some redeemable qualities, but it's not the worst show to ever come out of television. We've seen worse. So I just want to get out of the way, Eric Rogers, if you're watching. I'm sorry. Please don't block me on Twitter.
When your beard is getting weird, beard spray for men.
And I am not saving you any tacos!
Oh, seriously, I'm right here!
You better run for it!
I've never seen such a show that has so much cringeworthy humor in it. There's so many jokes in this show that are just pop culture references and that they're just trying to be cool.
You were not at the mall like you said you'd be. I looked everywhere for you. I even sent a mob who went to Vampire's Secret to see if you were in a dressing room or something.
I can't make you not find something funny, so, you know, like, if you liked it, that's good. But what makes these jokes not work is especially when they're shoved into every scene and interrupt what's happening. It ruins the whole tone of the show. Now let's look at this scene from the show.
How do you feel, Spyro?
I'm not sure, but I have an inescapable urge to take up 2 parking spaces at once.
Dang! He truly is evil now!
They stopped everything in the scene just to fit in a crappy joke. Nothing in this scene was progressed in any way. It was just a pointless joke, and this whole series is filled with them. And I'm not saying pointless jokes don't work, because they can, but they have to be good.
Wanna hear a joke? Here goes. My ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is getting better. Her aim is getting better. You see, it's funny because marriage is terrible. What?
Just look at the theme song, okay?
The original inspiration came to me.
Song sucks, Dave.
What?
Your song? It's awful. I hate it.
Skylanders is supposed to be set in this world of wonder and mystery, and it's supposed to have an ancient feel to it. And you'd expect some type of great orchestral track to it for the theme song. But no, what they decide to do instead is have this modern type of hip-hop music at the beginning that is just the most cliche song you've probably ever heard. Has no originality to it. It's just there. It doesn't even fit with the tone of the show. When you look at shows like The Last Airbender or Gravity Falls, they don't have theme songs that are just this modern hip-hop theme. No, it's not a pop song. I have no idea who this show is being written for. You have some jokes that are completely childish.
It's a little memento.
Nobody wants a shot of your butt.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Then you have adult jokes that are just there for no reason.
Word of advice, don't drop the soap.
Why?
It doesn't know what it wants to be. And what I mean by this is the tone of the show is always changing. You have scenes that are extremely dramatic, and then a few seconds later it's ruined by a joke. It doesn't flow well at all.
And I am not saving you any tacos!
When you have a show like The Amazing World of Gumball, you see that it's a comedic and stupid tone, and it decides to stick with that tone. The show knows that it's stupid, and it embraces that. Skylanders Academy doesn't think of itself as a stupid show. It tries to make you take the dramatic scenes seriously, but it doesn't work because it's inconsistent. You can balance comedy and drama, but it has to be good. Shows like Gravity Falls and The Last Airbender do it perfectly, and are examples of good balanced tones. In The Last Airbender, when Aang is fighting the Fire Lord, he doesn't stop the entire scene just to talk about tacos to make a stupid out-of-place joke that nobody cares about. They keep the scene dramatic, and when it needs to be dramatic, it works. Unlike Skylanders Academy. Because these shows have already set up rules for themselves, you know what to expect from them. You know when to expect a joke, and you know when to take the scene seriously. In a show like Skylanders Academy, the tone is so inconsistent that you never take anything seriously because it ruins it for itself. Everything is just out of place, and none of it works. This is by far some of the laziest animation I've ever seen. Sure, the textures look nice, and I'm not expecting some Pixar level quality of work, but it's bland, and nothing stands out about it. There's nothing visually creative or interesting. None of them have unique designs. It's like the Emoji Movie. Yup, I'm going there. I've always heard people say, well, yeah, the Emoji Movie sucks, but the animation's good. No, you're talking about the textures that look nice. Everything else just moves normally. There's nothing interesting, just like Academy. There's nothing creative about how they move anything. They just move around. There's no creative thought behind it. When you look at Pixar, every character has a specific movement given to them. It's a type of quality they have. For example, when you look at Toy Story, all of them have a unique type of style of movement. What does Spyro have? He just flies. Nothing unique about that. Cinder can fly. There's nothing at all to that. It's bland. When I was a young lad, I always thought that Skylanders would actually be perfect for a TV show or a movie, and it could easily work, but they missed the point of Skylanders. Sure, it's based off of a silly game, but those games actually had some decent stories, except for Imaginators, with a tone that worked. The game Skylanders Superchargers has a great story, and could have easily made a movie out of it, just because it had a plot. A plot! It should be a show where you're constantly wanting to find out more about what happens. I don't care about any of these characters. Oh yeah, speaking of that. The characters in this show are so bland, none of the characters have anything that they need to accomplish. None of them have arcs, or become better characters by the end of the episode. The only one that really had an arc was Spyro, and that was in the first episode. He had to learn that being selfish wasn't good or something. But that's it! None of our main characters are interesting. If any of them died, I wouldn't care at all, because they didn't accomplish anything to make us feel for them. All the characters seem to have gone through their character development. The actual development that would make us like them. They're exactly like if you just watched the ending of a movie. Nobody learns anything, and that just leads to flat, boring characters that are only there to deliver jokes.
Well, well, if it isn't the original Angry Bird.
The main excuse I always hear for these type of shows is like, oh, It's just for kids, you know? You don't need to criticize it this way. It's just a kid's show, you know? Yeah, but that shouldn't matter. Like, are you trying to say that every single piece of media that is made for kids is just flawless and doesn't deserve to be criticized? Well, if that's true, then I guess Cars 2, 10 out of 10. The Emoji Movie, 10 out of 10. Like, you can't just give these things a pass just because they're for kids. There are so many companies that put effort, just so much effort, into their projects that they make. Just so many creative decisions and things that will actually form kids in the end, just because of how great they are. Skylanders Academy is not that. It's just a lazy show with terrible jokes, no real plot, and no great characters that you could form any relationship to. And to me, that's really what makes the show great.
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready for what?
The Imaginator Sucks finale. I was thinking about it, and there's actually like so much stuff that we haven't touched on yet, and we can still